On the night of October 1st, 2017, the United States witnessed one of the most tragic mass casualty events in its history. A lone attacker carried out a carefully planned assault on a crowd attending the Route 91 Harvest Music Festival in Las Vegas, Nevada. The attack, which lasted for approximately 10 minutes, resulted in immense loss, with 60 lives taken and hundreds more wounded. In this deep dive, we will explore the details of the event, the perpetrator's background, the response from law enforcement, the impact on survivors and the community, as well as the lingering questions and broader implications of the attack. The Route 91 Harvest Festival was a 3-day country music event held at the Las Vegas Village, a venue located on the southern end of the Las Vegas Strip. The festival had drawn thousands of attendees, many of whom had traveled from different parts of the country. This annual event had gained popularity over the years and was a celebration of country music culture, drawing top performers and dedicated fans. On the final night of the festival, country music star Jason Aldean was performing on stage, entertaining a crowd that was singing and dancing along. The atmosphere was electric, filled with joy and celebration, until, in an instant, chaos erupted. Thousands of concertgoers were packed into the outdoor venue, unaware that within moments, the night would turn into a nightmare. The joyful atmosphere, filled with laughter and music, would soon be replaced with terror and confusion as an unprecedented tragedy unfolded. The open-air design of the venue meant that concertgoers had little cover in the event of an emergency. While the festival had security personnel and emergency response plans in place, no one could have anticipated what was about to happen. Attendees were in high spirits, singing along to the music, completely unaware that someone was preparing to unleash destruction from above. At approximately 10:05 p.m. local time, the first gunshots rang out. The sounds were initially mistaken for fireworks by some in the audience, but within moments, panic set in as people realized they were under attack. The gunman, positioned on the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino, had broken 2 of his suite's windows and set up multiple rifles to fire onto the crowd below. Over the next 10 minutes, he unleashed continuous volleys of gunfire, firing more than 1,000 rounds into the crowd below. The vast open space of the festival grounds left attendees with limited cover, causing widespread confusion and making it difficult for people to find safety. Some sought refuge behind barricades, while others attempted to flee the area by climbing fences or running in different directions. Many people were injured not only by gunfire but also due to the stampede that ensued as people desperately sought safety. Families were separated, friends lost sight of each other, and chaos engulfed the venue. By 10:15 p.m., the gunfire ceased. By that time, law enforcement had already begun closing in on the shooter's location at Mandalay Bay. However, the damage had already been done, and the tragedy had unfolded in a way that few could have imagined. The moments of sheer terror left an indelible mark on everyone present, and many survivors would later recount the horror of witnessing the unthinkable. The man responsible for the attack was 64-year-old Stephen Paddock, a retired accountant and avid gambler with no prior criminal history. Paddock had checked into his suite at Mandalay Bay 3 days prior to the attack. Over the course of his stay, he had transported an arsenal of firearms and ammunition into his room without drawing suspicion. Investigations later revealed that he had meticulously planned the attack. Surveillance footage showed him bringing multiple suitcases to his suite over several days. He had also set up cameras in the hallway outside his room to monitor approaching law enforcement. Reports indicated that he had previously researched other potential locations for similar attacks, including events in Chicago and Boston, though he ultimately chose Las Vegas. Despite extensive investigations, authorities were unable to determine a clear motive for the attack. Unlike previous incidents of this nature, Paddock left no manifesto or direct explanation for his actions, leaving many unanswered questions. His financial records indicated he had lost significant amounts of money through gambling, but it remained unclear if this played a role in his actions. Those closest to him expressed shock, as there had been no warning signs that suggested he was planning something of this magnitude. As soon as the attack began, emergency calls flooded into 911 dispatch centers. Officers from the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, LVMPD, responded swiftly, securing the perimeter and working to locate the source of the gunfire. Due to the echoing effect of the shots, Pinpointing the shooter's exact location proved challenging in the initial minutes. Security footage and reports from hotel guests eventually led law enforcement to Paddock's suite. A SWAT team breached his room at 11:20 p.m., over an hour after the shooting had stopped. Inside, they found Paddock deceased from a self-inflicted wound. His suite contained 23 firearms, including high-powered rifles, along with thousands of rounds of ammunition and modifications that allowed for rapid firing. It was clear from the scene that he had intended to cause maximum devastation. The scale of devastation was immense. In total, 60 people lost their lives as a direct result of the attack, and over 850 others suffered injuries ranging from gunshot wounds to injuries sustained while attempting to escape. It remains the deadliest mass casualty event of its kind in modern U.S. history. In the aftermath, first responders, medical personnel, and volunteers worked tirelessly to assist victims. Local hospitals were overwhelmed with patients, yet their swift action saved countless lives. Stories of heroism emerged, with strangers helping one another amid the chaos. Many survivors later reported dealing with long-term psychological trauma, including post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, anxiety, and survivor's guilt. The emotional toll of the event would be felt for years to come. The attack also had a significant economic and social impact on Las Vegas, with increased security measures implemented across major hotels and entertainment venues. Visitors, once carefree, now approached large gatherings with a heightened sense of caution. The FBI and LVMPD launched an extensive investigation into Paddock's background, finances, and possible motives. However, no clear ideological, political, or personal grievances were uncovered. This lack of an identifiable motive has fueled speculation and conspiracy theories surrounding the attack. Authorities confirmed that Paddock acted alone and that there was no evidence linking him to any extremist groups. Investigators explored potential influences, including psychological factors and financial stressors, but no definitive motive was established. Psychological analyses suggested he may have had undiagnosed mental health issues, though no formal diagnosis was ever confirmed. Psychological analyses suggested he may have had undiagnosed mental health issues, though no formal diagnosis was ever confirmed. Despite the exhaustive investigation, many aspects of Paddock's actions remain shrouded in mystery. In response to the attack, discussions around public safety, event security, and firearm regulations intensified. Some hotels and casinos implemented stricter policies regarding the transportation of luggage and monitoring of guest activities. The event also led to renewed debates about firearm accessories, particularly the type of modifications used in the attack. Additionally, event organizers nationwide have since adopted stricter security protocols, including bag checks, metal detectors, and increased law enforcement presence at large gatherings. The hope is that by learning from past tragedies, future attacks can be prevented. The 2017 Las Vegas shooting left an indelible mark on the United States, not only because of its scale but also due to the unanswered questions surrounding it. Families of victims continue to seek closure, while survivors cope with the lasting effects of that night. Though years have passed, the memory of the attack remains a solemn reminder of the vulnerabilities in public spaces and the unpredictable nature of such events. In response, ongoing efforts have been made to enhance security at large gatherings, improve emergency response protocols, and provide better support for survivors coping with trauma. Advocacy groups continue to push for policies aimed at preventing similar tragedies, ensuring that lessons from this dark night lead to a safer future. The hope is that lessons learned from this tragedy will help prevent similar incidents in the future, ensuring that such a dark night is never repeated.
If you enjoyed this video and want to dive deeper into more cases like this one, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to like the video if you found the story compelling, and share it with your friends and family who might be interested in true crime and mysteries. By subscribing, you'll stay up to date with all our latest content and join a growing community of curious minds exploring the most fascinating cases. Click the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Your support means everything.